to another I Got You Girl. We are so excited to be back here for this Thursday.
Yes.
You may notice we are missing one of our special persons, Nia, but in relation to this topic that we're going to be talking about today, she is on her way here. So, you know, she's multitasking and doing...
She was at track practice.
Yes, and doing what she needs to do.
All right. Well, we're missing her, but she'll be on her way. So our shout out of today. Who has our shout out of the day? I see some lovely items in front of us.
Yes. So, shout out for today is basically Miss Taliah Waajid. And I just want to shout her out because here in Florida, we are getting ready to go into natural hair season. So the the press outs and the flat irons is getting ready to go because humidity is setting in. Summertime is here, and one of the things that I know I learned about moving to Florida, Nita, you probably can share the same, is we had to have seasons for different hairstyles. So, you know, wintertime is definitely that time where you can press your hair out, silk press, and, you know, wear it nice and pretty, and it stays. But you cannot do that post May because the humidity sets in and it's just not a good idea. So we've tried to find some good natural ways to wear our hair, and actually just learned a lot about natural hair care and just going natural. I know that I have seen a complete change in my hair just by giving my hair that break from heat and you know, the damage from it. So
well, remember back in the day we used to always perm our hair, and so relax it, you know, and so
just to get those
I haven't had a relaxer in about 10 plus years, and so I see a difference. But
and I love how so many black women, this is black owned too as well, so many black women are empowering us, the little children, to embrace their natural hair, whatever seasons, summer, winter, spring. And so I love that she makes stuff for our hair. Really
absolutely
good. I know I definitely struggle with my hair. Me and my hair have gone through a journey, okay? I've cut my hair like when I wasn't supposed to. Like I go in the bathroom, cut my hair because it was just so damaged, because like you said, like I would straighten it all the time, put heat on it, and then I came to Florida, I had terrible heat damage, and then I just kind of over the years have like learned to, with like natural hair products and stuff that are meant for our hair, I've learned to take care of it and appreciate it. So
see, I haven't learned, but go ahead. You were gonna say something.
The journey starts anytime.
Listen,
that's true.
That is true. And Talia, she actually, it says she started her hair care business at the age of 40. I want to believe that she probably was going through that phase of what do I do with my hair, you know, want to do something different, probably don't want to look like all the rest of the girls with the straight, and you know what, you know, because one of the things that I think I've really embraced about natural hair is just all the the braids, the twisting.
It's so versatile. There's so much you can do.
Absolutely.
There's so much
twisting,
you can do.
You know, just putting Bantu knots. I love those.
Yeah, that's coming in out so cute.
Absolutely. And you can just dress it up, you know, and make it look nice.
I feel like a lot of people think when we say natural hair, braids, and it's like it may be braids, but do you know how many type of braids we can do?
Right.
You got knotless. You got you got feed-ins, knotless, cornrows. This like just the simple category of braids. There's so much.
Absolutely.
So imagine like buns and bring it down and wash and go, and it's just so versatile.
Let me tell you my struggle, because it's a lot of work, and I realize that natural hair is a lot of work, and so I just stopped doing it. I was throwing up rags and stuff, and so I realized I have to come back to life and, you know, just get it together. So,
but that's the thing about that, is the one thing that I'm going to continue to say about natural hair is you really do grow an appreciation. You have a relationship. You grow this relationship.
You have a relationship with your hair.
Like Tabitha, she calls her Donna.
You start to have a relationship where
me and her be fighting. We be fighting. I'll be ready to.
Especially if you go to your dresser and they start cutting your hair a little bit too much.
You get like,
getting nervous, getting angry, like, hold on.
She's like, you need your ends trimmed. I got them trimmed last time. What you talking about?
Exactly. I'm trying to cut off my hair.
Right.
This isn't happening.
But you really do have like a relationship with your hair.
And you create this you create your lifestyle of how you want your hair to look. Like I had to embrace edges that wasn't always laid down and sleep down, and nothing's wrong with that. I get it, but you have to be able to just be like, okay, well, today my hair is just, I don't have time to do all of that, or I don't have time to twist it up, so let me find something, a wrap, or just pull it up or put it.
Wraps save my life.
Oh yeah,
they really do.
Yeah,
absolutely. So anyways, this is Taliah Waajid. I found out about her when we went to Spelman. Let me put out love me some Spelman, okay? And of course, all girl black HBCU, excellent for resources like this in Atlanta, the mecca of hair, especially for us. Anyway, her information was handed out when they had their family night. Well, it was like family weekend. And there was this little bag of things that you got when you went into their center, and inside of there were some of her samples, and I think it was like a conditioner and a shampoo, and I think a curl,
and it was a lot
cream.
of samples too.
And I was going through my phase of, because the other thing about natural hair is product.
You gotta
do not grow up in here.
Yes.
First thing I learned about natural hair is stay away from sulfate. Like that was a big thing.
Well, for me, it works. Sulfate? That's the thing. Different products work different on different people's hair.
Exactly.
Because like my friend, she'd use Cantu. Cantu ain't gonna do nothing for this hair.
Right.
She'd be like, "Girl, give me some Cantu." I'm like, maybe not.
Yes, because Cantu hair just didn't. It would taking it all in, and it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
So I used this lady's sample. Samples, just enough to put in your hand.
Right.
And I went through my hair, and it took the curls and just locked
it was
me in.
so curly.
Wasn't dry. Wasn't greasy.
It was like so shiny and healthy.
Yes.
And me and Nia were looking at her.
Yeah.
Like, what are you using? And we found them samples and used them up.
They
She
sure
was
did.
mad, so she went and bought some more.
I could not
using it ever
use
since.
all my samples. So then I didn't remember what her name was.
Yeah, it took us
And I
forever
was
to
like,
find it.
oh my gosh, I could not figure out what it was, but I ended up her last name is what caught it.
Okay.
And so I found her online, and we've been friends and family ever since.
Aww.
So, but now, at first I ordered, the reason why I have that bag is because I ordered directly from her website.
Okay.
However, she is blowing up because she is
in
now
stores
in Walmart.
now.
She is in
stores
Target.
now.
Let me go back. I just wanted to look her up to
beautiful
show where she is right now. But she's in Walmart, she's in Target, she's also in, if you type in natural hair, her stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Her name, she starts, you'll see her in all the different areas. I do like the fact that Target has a really nice section.
Yeah.
Target has the best. I'm like,
nice
love the
section
representation.
Of representation
love it.
for hair
They have
products.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Target came through.
They do.
They
And
really
Walmart's
did.
been doing good, but I just want to say, thank you, Target, for recognizing we need a section.
Yeah.
Walmart was behind the 8 ball because living in Reno, it's not a highly black populated city, and so we would find products in Walgreens and Target. So those were the two centers, but then Walmart, they came up
and started putting stuff and so, money. And it's money in it, you know, especially because it's not just for black girls. I know brown skin, our Spanish ladies that use some of it.
Anyone with curly hair, yeah.
Speaking
I know
of that,
a lot of like Hispanic girls who use like the Denman brush.
Yes,
the Denman brush.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Love it.
So when you go onto her website, the nice thing is there is an entire section on hair regimen, and it talks about how to style curly hair. It talks about protective styles. There's videos on there. Also, it tells you about what type of curl pattern you have. Learned a lot about that too.
Curl
pattern is important. It's very important. So it's just a lot of really good information. So I just wanted to shout her out because as you see this press out here, this will be gone as of now.
So
it's not gonna last much longer.
Next week she gonna show us.
I'm gonna have my natural
product.
Yes, I gotta stock up on my stuff because my bottles is running low. Daughters who take their mom's products, but absolutely, we'll be highlighting Taliah, and you all make sure you let me know how my hair looks.
So which products are good? Can you just tell us which particular ones?
So the ones that I put out right now are so this product right here is the leave-in conditioner. I
love it.
Highly recommend you have this.
Love that.
Being in Florida, the humidity will dry your hair out. I know it's humid. It sounds like oxymoron, but honestly, the humidity will dry your hair. So you want to have a leave-in conditioner. The moisturizer is good too.
Curl definer?
But the curl definer is the key for like curl pattern.
It makes your curls so pretty, so shiny, so bouncy.
Does she have gels? Because gels, I can't. My hair hates creams. It loves gels.
Yeah, this curl definer. If you open up and like feel it, it's like a gel. It's like a gel.
It is.
Yeah,
It's like a gel
like
tendency.
a gel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It smells. Yeah, and her products smell so good. It smells so
Very
good.
good.
I saw apple and
Yes.
They smell
So
really good.
one of the
So,
things that I know is that my scalp is very sensitive, and I have to have stuff that doesn't cause my hair to itch. I have not had any problems with her products as far as like on my scalp.
Yeah.
You know, she even has a tea tree shampoo
She does.
that I found in Target.
yes,
Sis,
I need that.
We went
I love
through
it.
that.
Yeah,
and I gotta
yeah,
find it. I'm sure it's on her website.
I just love when my scalp is like tingly.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And then I recommend your co-wash. So she has a co-wash as well. But
she
if
has
you
like
don't-
anything.
Yeah, she has everything. But if you don't want to start off there, I would say get the conditioner, get a co-wash, and then get the either the curl definer or get the leave-in conditioner.
Leave-in.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
I know prices are very reasonable, so it's not like you're having to do, but again, it's a business, so let's support her. Black women, black business, black products for us that we can, appreciate.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Shout out to Leah.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Go girl.
you.
We will put her information also
Yes.
in the link as we usually do, so that you guys can go on and find her stuff and enjoy. Share
The
it
track
if you like.
star is here.
Sorry I'm late. I just got back.
No worries.
I was,
Yeah,
I
you're
was
fine.
speeding to get here.
Oh no, I
Oh,
didn't
no.
want you to speed. I
Yeah,
need to
but-
tell me that.
All of our law enforcement folks that are watching, please have mercy on that.
Gosh, I love that brand.
Yeah.
That is makes my hair look so good.
We were just talking about it.
So we were shouting her out.
You guys look so nice. I'm so off.
They know you're an athlete. So
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
she's coming in.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
D1 in the making.
You have a big for this week? Anything big?
I mean, I guess you could say I'm running AAU. Is that my big?
No, yeah, tell.
Yes. I'm running AAU this year, so that's a big. I'm really excited.
Yes.
And what is AAU?
Yes, because someone asked about that.
It's a club for like amateur athletics. Yeah, it's a club for athletes, and they consist of basketball, a lot of sports: basketball, tennis, track. They have swimming, gymnastics, volleyball. My best friend plays for
She does.
AAU club too,
Yeah.
so it's really good. Most of the time, you have to get recruited to be on a team. You don't just walk on, but it's fun. It's more upscale. That's where you find a lot more competitive athletes.
A lot of kids are getting recruited for college out of AAU rather than high school sports.
Well, they kind of do in certain sports.
Yeah, like basketball, highly
volleyball that too. But sometimes track it can depend.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But it helps you out. So
Okay. Well, thank you.
I also kind of have a big.
Go ahead.
So yesterday I was feeling very mature, very productive because I'm applying for a summer job, and I was applying for it, and it's with the city. So you have to go through background checks and all that stuff, fingerprints and everything, and so it's not just a easy, quick, one and done application. It's a lot of pages. So on one of the pages, I had to get a notary. Had no clue what that was, so I learned what a notary was. And then me and my mom were driving around city, going from bank to bank to find a notary because they're ancient, I guess, and you can't find a notary anywhere, or there's always one on site or something. So we finally found a notary, and I paid for my own notary. It was $20.
Good job.
My last $20, but it's
Boy,
okay.
they got you.
Yeah. But yeah, I just felt very accomplished. Yeah.
Nice.
Big people stuff, huh?
Yes.
That running around shopping for clothes.
I know.
That's a big people
I know.
stuff too.
I printed out my own registration stuff today.
Hey,
I found
good
my birth
job.
certificate and
Yeah.
and you're applying for jobs too, huh?
yeah. Pray for me. I have to take. I'm planning to be a lifeguard right now.
Oh, great.
And I gotta take a swim test next year.
wow.
I mean next week. It consists of me having to swim 12 laps. Non-stop, and then I have to tread water for 2, and then I have to retrieve a
2 minutes.
10-pound brick, and come back, and then go swim back to my starting point.
So you signed up for that, right? To do it?
I actually have to pass the course, so I passed it today. I got a 100.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, good job. So you had to do all those.
Well, I had to pass the online part, which
Okay,
I did
the
today.
online.
I was
Yeah.
up all night yesterday.
She was grinding to finish that course, y'all. She finished it in 2 days. Yesterday and
It's
today.
due next Friday.
Okay.
So I had to pass that at 80%, and then we take the swim test on Friday, and then at 5 p.m. that Friday we start the in-person courses, which you learn like CPR, you like work with other lifeguards and stuff. And I got lucky because I'm actually supposed to be 16, and I emailed her. I was like, my birthday's a month away. Can I please get in this course? Because you have to be 16 to be able to get in the course.
Right.
But she said it was fine. So I'm probably the youngest one in my course right now. So fingers crossed I can pass this test. I want to be a lifeguard.
Absolutely. So once you pass that test, will they help you figure out how will you go about? You can just apply for lifeguard jobs.
After that, we do the online part, and then we take a final exam. And then if I pass that, then I'm certified to be.
Will you have a job with that
first
company,
aid lifeguard.
then you have to apply for like another job?
No, I get a certificate. Like I'm certified, so therefore I can be lifeguard anywhere.
So then you can apply anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
I want to apply to a water park this year because it's like it's active and it's like a fun summer job. I'm trying to stay in shape.
Does that last you? Do you have to like renew it?
It's 2 years, so it'll be perfect for me. So.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
Productively.
You all are doing your thing.
Very nice.
So
very good.
Yes. Okay, so trending topics. We just have a quick trending topic and then we'll go into our main topic.
It's a new segment.
Yes, it's a new segment.
Yes.
All right, so we have a new Superman, and it's a surprise. It's throwing people off because he is black. So,
like movie,
yeah.
So a new
the
Superman.
new Superman is,
who it is.
It's like the same way Ariel was supposed to be black. It was she was supposed to be Hallie.
Why is it supposed to be? She didn't do it.
I don't know.
Movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Production.
Yeah, same.
Well,
because it was a lot of like drama. It was a lot of chaos.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people were hating.
Well, Michael B. Jordan is the black Superman.
That's gonna be tight.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I don't care.
I may have a little bit bias because it's Michael B. Jordan.
I love Michael B. Jordan. I love him.
Well,
so people are having some kind of feeling about
they're
it.
having some kind of feeling. They're not ready
because he's black.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey.
But don't they already have a real version of the Superman?
Yes, they did. With Henry, I forgot his last name.
They have real life versions, but he was never black.
Cavill or something?
So
I just want to know.
I can't wait to see it.
I just
have to see it. If it's bad, I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. But all the movies that I watched with Michael Jordan have never been like.
I'm saying he's just
actor.
an amazing actress. Right. Like you can't take away from his talent just because of his skin color. That's just like
but
ignorant.
that happens.
I mean it happens,
so
but that's just
will
ignorant.
change. That'll change things, and I think it. But Hollywood is been a very segregated and exclusive type. And I know
yes,
very. Oh yeah, they have some struggles with color
recently.
They've been and things like
issues.
that. So when you do see my thing is that when you do see where we can break that mold and kind of break that ceiling, we as supportive supporters and viewers need to rally behind it. Right? Do not hate, do not take this attitude like, oh well, it could have been better or whatever. It's just the fact that what he had to go through to kind of get to that point. Black and white, young and old, because unfortunately it is. It's just and Hollywood is old. So it's there. People are, we go back. Movies go back to 1912 and before. So the era is changing, but with everything else, they didn't like black presidents. Now we gotta get that together. We got a black woman vice president. We gotta embrace that things are changing, and so.
I mean, they're gonna change at some point.
Listen,
that's how we all got here. Like they changed slavery. Like it wasn't gonna last forever.
It has to evolve.
Thank God for that.
I don't think I would be able to be a slave.
Why? You would have been a good.
I would have. Because you talk too much.
You would have been a house girl. So you're a house girl.
Yeah, but I would
have been slipping poison in their tea. Okay.
Y'all so crazy. Well, we look forward to that black Superman. Maybe they might have a Latino Superman or an Indian Superman. Who knows? There's a lot of different cultures we got.
It's all about the talent at the end of the day.
Oh, also like trending topics. I don't know if you guys know who Doja Cat is, but her new music video "Kiss Me More," it got a lot of popularity because the lead male in the music video was an Asian. It was an Asian man. Okay. Yeah, so everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, we've never seen an Asian male lead. We love this." I was like, I'm here for it.
Let me tell you, that Asian movie,
Crazy Rich Asians.
Love that movie.
I think I watched it like 6 times.
I know. I've
rewatched it so many times, and it gets better and better every time I watch it.
Every single time.
That is
I have to watch it.
an
this
amazing
season.
movie.
Sis.
You haven't seen it?
Listen,
It is so good.
When are we doing the movie section?
Anything else?
High School Musical.
I gotta catch up.
Right.
High School Musical is gonna be a task.
Maybe
All
movies
that
aren't her
singing
thing.
We're gonna watch it
throughout the whole movie.
Says the singer.
I need some talking, just like I couldn't do that
Comes
little
from
soccer
a family
ball.
of singers.
But still, I need some.
I just wanted to ask, like, what's the topic for today?
Oh yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
okay, thank
Are
you.
Are you kidding?
Because we got to hit it. Our topic for today is moms and mental health. And so not just moms though,
M&Ms.
but all of us.
Right.
Yep. And mental
Absolutely.
health. So this is our mental
M&M.
health. Guess what? Today is
This month is actual Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So
Come on.
Do you
now.
wear like certain colors?
and get this, we didn't even know. We were just like thinking of topics, and then I was like, okay, that would be a good. We were like, okay, that would be a good one. And then I looked up mental health awareness, and then month popped up, and I was like, when is this month? And it said May, and I was like, amazing.
Amazing.
One
So it
of the
just
things
worked
about
out.
Content creation, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, you get
just-
to talking, and God just sort of gives you what
Find
you
all
need
kinds
to
of-
be able to put it out there.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry.
No,
Somebody
you
go ahead.
Lise, go ahead and tell us about it. But go ahead.
So what exactly is mental health? So I have some fun facts from the CDC.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it to you guys. So mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Although the terms are often used interchangeable, poor mental health and mental illness are not the same thing. A person can experience poor mental health and not be diagnosed with a mental illness. Likewise, a person diagnosed with a mental illness can experience periods of physical, mental, and social well-being.
Okay. Well, let's break that down then. Let's break that down. Good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's like really important because a lot of teens, I feel like nowadays, experience a lot of mental health like issues.
Yep.
More than I can
I
say.
feel like a lot of us are unstable. Not for me. Like I feel like I'm fine, but like people I'm around, I feel like a lot of my not friends, but like people just our crowd are very unstable.
Our age group.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't know how to control their emotions.
That's a good point. Well, let's talk about signs then. Elise, can you tell us a little bit about signs to recognize?
So I looked up some signs for clinical depression, but I think I think they all can like vary into mental health,
overlap
mental
into
illness.
each other.
Yeah, overlap. So let me look this up. So people with clinical depression may experience anxiety, general discontent, guilt, hopelessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, mood swings, and sadness. Their behavior may be agitated a lot, excessive crying, irritability, restlessness, or social isolation. Sleeping, they may not get enough sleep. They may be sleeping late at night, waking up like sleeping throughout the day, waking up really early.
What about sleeping too much?
Yeah, sleeping too much.
another one, too.
Sleeping too much. They may have lack of concentration, slowness in activity, weight gain or loss, poor appetite, or repeatedly going over thoughts.
Oh yeah, that's just
Rethinking?
kind of continuously rethinking
Right.
things over and over,
And then you
not
stress yourself out
exactly.
about it.
Right.
Which
You
creates
go
anxiety.
crazy.
Right. Have you guys experienced any of those symptoms?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Some of them.
Yeah. I remember when I was going through a stressful time and I lost a lot of weight. You know, some people will eat during their stress, but I lost so much weight. I was looking like a crackhead, and people were like, "What? What's wrong?" I really was. They were like, "Don't lose any more weight," because you know those knee heels, those knee boots that you wear.
Right.
My leg was so skinny, I couldn't even wear it right. You know, I was just looking like a little kid in their mama's shoe or something like that.
Right.
And so that was just one of my symptoms. Yeah.
I think what's
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry,
No,
but I think with any mental illness, like if it's reoccurring for you, I think it's very important to know yourself and know what like your triggers or like what your signs are.
Right.
So if you know that when you are going down that path and you're getting kind of sad, or you're struggling with whatever mental illness that you're struggling with, and you're the person that doesn't eat, or you sleep a lot and you notice that you've been sleeping more, or you're like more tired, or you just have no motivation, I think it's important to know that you can like recognize that about yourself and try to do something before it spins out of control.
But what if you know that, you're experiencing that and you don't quite know how to come out of that? How can we as sisters, as girls, help one another? If we see that, what can we do to help?
Right.
I think we should honestly just check up on each other daily. My friends, I'm not going to say any names, but she goes through a lot of stuff at home, and just like every other day, like if she needs to be picked up, I'm like, you want to get picked up today? I can pick you up today. We can go out to eat lunch. We can go do something.
You guys go get boba all the time.
Yeah, or just be like, or just send her a text like at, I don't know, like 5 in the morning, be like, okay, I'm praying for you. I just want you to know you're feeling better and stuff like that. So that's what I do when I know, like, they may not be able to want to talk to me about it, but just know that I'm in your corner. Like, I know, like, you're going through stuff. So.
Be there for the person.
That's if you don't want to talk to me, I'm not going to force you, but just know that I'm here and I'm supporting.
When I was, I didn't understand moms, or M&Ms, I should say, mothers with mental stress and whatnot, or even like networking and support until I had, it was when I had Elise and Nia, because now the game had changed, right? So, and I'm sure I'm speaking to a whole lot of other mothers out there that remember these times where it was 1 toddler and 2 newborns. My husband was working. I was blessed to be able to stay at home, but even then it was balancing out. And just going through that, I had to start connecting with other moms because I was stressed. I'm not even gonna joke. Like, I was stressed, and not so much like I didn't know what to do. It was just overwhelming with everything, and it really, it like that whole motion just sort of created a pattern in me to stay as I was continuing to, because each phase of mothering, each phase of life, you are busy for different reasons, right? High school students are involved in a lot of stuff. At least they should be. College, whole different ballgame. You understand the balancing and studying and whatnot. You get older, or now you're married, so now you're trying to do all that. And so you go through these different phases. But being able to let people know when I needed help was big. And being able to say, hey friends, I need help, I need a break. And there were times where good friends of mine would come over, fold a load of clothes, take a kid out to the park for a little while. And so I realized then that I'm going to need to continuously keep that network of connections with people.
Because it takes a village.
Yes.
It takes a village.
It's just a phone call to vent. Like, girl, I'm just tired today, and they give you encouragement, you give them encouragement. And so I think that one of the key things, too, is to just be able to say, I'm overwhelmed right now. And I've tried to teach that into Elise and Nia just right now as teenagers, so they can start being very conscious and aware. Like, and even my son too, like, are you feeling overwhelmed right now? Are you feeling like there's a lot going on? Say that. And then let people know. Get it off your chest. Don't try to hold it in. So
thank you for sharing that.
That's always important.
When you said that sometimes it takes a phone call to just vent, it reminds me of one time, I don't know what Grant, Nia, and I were doing, but we were just stressing you out, I guess. And she called Titi Nana, my aunt, and she was just like going off. And then like a few minutes later, we all get a group text from my aunt, and she was like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but your mom is stressed out. Y'all need to go apologize and act right, because she is stressed out and y'all are acting up. And I was like, dang, I feel bad. So and sometimes it takes someone else to let you, like, sometimes you don't want to, like, because kids don't listen. Sometimes it's like, oh, mom is just tripping. But when it comes from someone else, it's like, maybe maybe I am acting up. So
you notice that you guys have that with your friends too. They need to vent, right? So sometimes they have to call out to y'all to. So being available, I call out to them. Exactly. So it's a good two-way street. But recognizing those signs is very important.
Very important.
Absolutely. So what about other, resources?
So I'm coming from my, put my HR hat on, because that's what I do. I'm in HR, and one of the things that we always try to emphasize is, if you're feeling stressed, utilize your employee assistance programs at your companies. If you're working and you're a part of a company, they should have something that will allow you, that is a resource that you can go to. And what employee assistance is for providing anything that can provide some sort of health and wellness support, right? So, you want to reach out to your HR representative, or maybe even a manager or a supervisor, and just let them know that, hey, I got a lot going on, I'm feeling overwhelmed. It could depend on what your nature of your job is, and they should be able to point you in the right direction. I know that some companies have psychologists that are actually employed that you can go to and just vent. And so I think that, a lot of the things that we see right now going on in like the police department, a lot of that is tied to you are just so stressed out.
Yeah.
You have PTSD from whatever type of job you're doing, medicine, law enforcement, everything is just
especially in those kind of fields, like medical fields. You see things like
education
that normal people don't see.
Yeah. So I want to ask some of our viewers, what things stress you all out, and what have you all experienced recently? So give us that feedback. We want to know. So we're looking at your comments. We want to know what has stressed you out, caused depression.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
you're
off.
fine, and that's what it's all about, is just hearing what's going on, right? One of the things that I try to do, because I know in EMS, I work in EMS, they see a lot of stuff.
I was going to ask you,
honey. Some of the stories that they get in there and tell and share is just mind blowing. Yes, very much so.
Someone asked, what if it's the job itself?
And that can be. Let's get real. It can.
You can't just walk off the job.
That is the truth.
Absolutely.
And you need to be. You should just not go to work.
Unemployment.
See what the world does. No one went to work.
Listen,
y'all,
that is a teenager speaking who still pays no bills and has a roof over her head. But when you are the breadwinner, the job itself is definitely a stress factor. And I would say to you, that is where you have to go into the closet and have a come to Jesus.
Well, and okay, so that takes us to that spirituality segment, because 90% of Americans coped with 9/11 by turning to religion. And so when you have those stressful situations, studies have shown that
that's amazing.
That's a lot.
But I remember people were wanting to pray at all times of the day.
Bible sales rose by 27%. So people wanted that Bible
even beside COVID. Nobody was even running to Jesus COVID, but 9/11 shook everybody's soul.
I feel like people didn't really believe in COVID. I feel like some people kind of thought it was real because they experienced it, and others just like, I don't care.
People were stressed.
They were stressed.
No, they were very stressed.
I mean, I wasn't, but some people were.
Some people were.
We have
That's
a comment.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Somebody says, currently teaching multi-grades, grades 1, 2, and 3, while managing home with 3 and 8-year-old boys.
Ooh, mercy.
So that's stress.
Teaching and you have babies.
First, second, and third.
Let me get your name on a prayer list. We want to take a prayer list.
That's a special prayer right there.
That is stress, and that is.
I also think. I mean, I'm not a mother.
What would you suggest to somebody?
But I would say maybe after school programs, getting your kids involved, keeping them busy. Because I know when we were younger and in middle school or in elementary school, we would come home because we walked home from school and you guys were still out working. We would tear up the house.
Really.
The house would be a mess. So I feel like trying to keep your kids maybe out of the house, occupied, going to a friend's house. I know you, after so many months of us tearing up the house, you got us a babysitter and we didn't come home after school no more.
Or we went to the after school.
Yeah, we went to after school care. We walked to our babysitter's house. But it was
when we used to live in California, so always be at Grandma Connie's house.
Yeah.
So again, utilizing that support system.
Yeah, that support system.
That's key.
Yeah, that is key.
I know. I'm pretty sure most schools have after school programs.
So. Yeah, but you sometimes can't afford those.
But you also mentioned about the house being torn, and so we talked about getting a maid. Getting a house. I guess the term is a house cleaner now.
Whatever it is,
a housekeeper, whatever.
Purposely to make sure she can come in this house.
Yes, and so that's huge, because when you're dealing with a lot of stressful situations like your job, you have to cook, you have to clean. Right. No one wants to deal with cleaning, and so hiring that help will alleviate some of those issues.
You can afford
I think everyone should get a house cleaner, because it is nice to come home. I be coming home from practice or meet some days, and it's like the house smells like fabuloso.
Once again,
I step to the door and I'm like,
I'm so happy.
Cause that
fabuloso smell. I'm so happy.
She comes like a few.
All my friends think we're all so bougie because we have a house cleaner. I'm like, no, we all need to get a house cleaner.
Y'all need to invest.
Look,
it's so
you like
so
my
nice.
mom now. You make sure that house cleaner don't come. You would not like Amber.
But if you have to leave the house for 2 to 3 hours, not knowing where to go.
But Miss Karen be blessing us.
Now, if you can't hire one, if you can't afford to hire one, if you got kids, teach them how to,
Right.
you know, teach them how to work, because that's key. Well, and it also teaches responsibility. Everyone plays a part, you know, in the house, and you got to earn your keep. You got to earn your keep.
And that's true. That's so true, because when you leave out, you know, kids, you got to leave at some point. And when you leave, you don't know how to wipe a counter or
imagine you don't know how to clean up after yourself.
We have not serviced you as parents very well, you know.
And I also want to mention, you have to take care of yourself. Self-care.
Yes.
Just waking up few extra, not early, minutes from everybody else, and just like calming yourself, breathing, take breathing lessons, do yoga, you know, meditations on the word. That's what I do when I'm stressed.
Absolutely. I was going to go back and say, when I get really stressed and overwhelmed, one of the things that I do is I make a list of what are the things that's stressing me out right now. And I literally I just break it down. So if I put kids, I'm saying, you know, running around, you know,
Nia
help.
is a menace.
I use categories, you know, and even like, you know, in my marriage, okay, Garnett and I need to take some time away. We need to work, you know, maybe do a date night. I have to categorize what it is that's stressing. Is it work? Okay, maybe I have some PTO time that I need to just take a couple of days off from work. You know, utilize all of those things, and you have to, but you have to figure out what it is that's causing you stress, because you want to get it pointed and deal with what it is and eliminate that in the way that you can afford to and realistically, right? If it's overwhelming in somewhere, you know, not enough money, maybe we need to talk about cutting down in bills. Maybe the money, you know, needs to be spared in other areas. So you have to you know, you have to go into your mind and pray and ask what it is that's really stressing me out.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
I got to say a comment from one of our viewers says, sorry, no other woman or man is cooking or cleaning in my house. The movie The Hand That Rocks the Cradle scared me for life.
Listen, that's the truth. Is another one that ain't but that's true. You know, and some people aren't comfortable. You know, you have to get there.
Or maybe like because I know a few of my friends, their moms ask my mom all the time, who cleans your house? Your house is always so clean. Yeah. So maybe it's like a recommendation from someone that you, like a friend of yours that you trust or
Let me tell you who suggested getting a housekeeper. The house person of all, Vera Davis.
Right?
She looked at me and was like, listen, you need some help. She was like, I will put in some, I am telling you. And, you know, Grandma was housekeeper lady. She was all about that. You know, she didn't play. But she recognized in her wisdom and said, you're overwhelmed. You're trying to work at the time. You're going to school. Your husband's working 3 jobs. You have these little kids. You don't want to let your house go. You're spending too much time worrying about that. Yeah. Let it go. Right. And I had to accept that, because I'm like them. I'm like, that's embarrassing, and that just shows that I'm not a good mother to be, you know, having somebody come in. But later on in life, I realized, what am I tripping off of? You know, this is awesome. So, you know, you have to take care of yourself, right? And that is a part of it.
And also to the point of the housekeepers, they don't come every day,
absolutely.
Right? No, they come like once a month.
I
once or twice a month.
Yeah, if we're doing something important that month, maybe twice, but I think at least like once a month.
Yeah, and she does the stuff that helps that I can't get to. So dusting,
it's like the deep cleaning
stuff.
But I think, you know, identifying what is stressing you, your stressor.
I think that's so good.
I think that's what that is identifying what's
I know.
stressing you.
For me, like when I get stressed out, typically it's because of school, or sometimes I'm just feeling down. But I've realized that about myself, that sometimes I don't feel like doing schoolwork, and I don't. But I like to have those good grades. Right. So if there's like an extra credit assignment that my teacher will throw out there, I'm doing that extra credit assignment, because I know later along down the line, I may not want to do an assignment, so I'll have that extra credit assignment there to fall back on. And I just love that class anyway, because it's chemistry, but I know that
he just randomly gives her.
No, listen. So I also know that I'm that student that doesn't like to do work, so I'm not gonna be acting up in my teachers' classrooms. I respect my teachers, and I have conversations with them, and we become friends. We become friends, because if I need a little boost,
Jordan put you up on that.
She sure did. Because if I need a little boost in them grades, they help me out. Like this past week, I have not been feeling the schoolwork, but my chemistry teacher has given me extra credit assignments. Like, he'll see me working on them, but I don't complete them. And he's like, I'm just going to give her, because I just give her these few points. And he's just so amazing.
I want to also note that when we are feeling good internally, it helps us, when we're taking care of ourselves, it helps with our mental health. Yeah. And so there is an acronym called New Start that y'all already know. So when we start taking care of ourselves, so N is for nutrition. Okay. Can you guys tell me what E is for? Exercise. See, exercise guru knows. And then W is for what?
Wellness.
Close, but not
weight.
No, but close. That's good.
Wellness.
Tell us. Go ahead.
No, water.
Water. So we need to drink enough water, and we should be drinking at least half our ounces in weight. So if we weigh 100, we should drink 50 ounces. Okay. So S is for
nutrition, exercise, water. S is for sunlight.
So we need sunlight.
So key.
Yes. And it's been identified that vitamin D has killed that virus, that COVID. Absolutely. So those who have high levels of vitamin D.
And also for my online kids, I know me, I'm online. There were times where, weeks I wouldn't even go outside because I was just so busy. Weeks I wouldn't even go outside. But once I just stepped outside, my head was cleared.
It's literally just
there's just some days
I love living in Florida.
Being baptized or something.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So good. You're fine.
No, I'm just saying I love living in Florida for that. Right?
The sunshine.
Oh my goodness,
it's so great.
It's amazing.
It can be brutal.
But it's nice.
But it's nice.
It can be brutal because I got sunburned before, and that wasn't nice.
And even if you don't live with a sunny state, just walking outside in nature is amazing. With trees, plants.
What's next?
Oh, go ahead. No, I was just getting ready to say.
So next is T. What is the T? I think one of our viewers said temperance.
Temperance.
So, just not overindulging in stuff. With anything. So
and that could be watching Netflix.
Watching TV, because you get sore watching TV. I don't know about you, but I get.
I know one time I was on my phone and I looked up on your phone when it shows you how much time you've spent on a certain app.
Yes.
It said 9 hours, and I was like, I've been sitting here for 9 hours just scrolling on Instagram.
Yeah.
That is wow.
Mine is 13 hours, but we're not going to talk about that.
That's more than half a day. See, it's just that's overindulgence.
Yeah.
So temperance.
So thank you, Valencia. You telling us about which acronyms these are. So what is A? Can you guys tell me what A is?
No, I can't.
Air. Oh, yes. We were just talking about air. Air is key. Air is huge, and so we need that fresh air. So when they've locked you inside of a room in the hospital, ask them to raise that window. You need that air.
Yeah, and you know what? I was watching. So my last company that I worked for did an awesome thing at their company where they recognize green energy and all of that. They do Green Week, and it's all about.
My school has that.
Looking out for the earth and all of that. Yeah. Well, in there was a TED Talk that talked about various plants that you can put in your house that actually give off really good replenishing air and fresh air. So they listed them. So I went out and actually bought them.
Really?
Yes, I did. One of them is a snake plant. One of them is the plant that Elise is sitting over there by right now. And these various plants, the way the guy explained it in the TED Talk is that you could be in a box with these plants and you would never have to open it up because it replenishes air and it gives you oxygen. Wow. And I can tell you that when we were in this house, and especially in Florida in the summer months, you can't open the window because the humidity will just really bad.
The house will be
90
degrees.
It would just be really hot. And so we don't open the windows from June till I'll say maybe September, October. We just can't. Maybe every now and then, but for the most part we don't. But these plants keep this air in this house very fresh. So I recommend that if you're not an open window person, because some people don't like to open their windows for whatever reason, put good plants in. I know everybody's like, well, I don't have a green thumb. Try to figure out how. These are easy.
They're very easy plants to maintain. They're very easy plants to maintain.
Can you tell us the name of it again?
One of them is it's called a mother-in-law plant, but I'll get the technical names of all of them.
And post them
It was a list of all sorts of ones, and you can go to Home Depot, Walmart, wherever, and find them. They're not expensive plants. They're usually just standard house plants.
Right.
A little bit of watering every week, or at the end. I water on Thursdays, so Thursday is my day. I water all my plants. That's all you do.
That's it.
See?
That's it. Pull
That's
off
a
the
hat.
dead ones when they die.
That's
but
awesome.
that is a way to have fresh air if you're not a window person.
Love that.
Right.
I learned something new just now.
Yeah.
I love that. You be up on them TED Talks. Come
Oh, I
on.
love
TED
TED Talks.
TED
I love
Talks.
them. They are wonderful.
Okay, so our last two are what is
Rest.
R? Yes. Y'all know all about that. Y'all know about that.
Yes.
And then
I love me
T.
some sleep. Time. No.
No.
Sis, what's going on?
Almost.
It was another T, so we already got temperance, right?
Temperance, yeah, the last T.
I don't know.
Trust in God.
God. Oh,
Trust.
I would not have guessed that.
Lord help us.
Yes, trust in the Lord,
Yes,
because
we do.
he will get you through. So that
He
was
really
good.
will.
That's
New start.
wonderful. I
Yeah.
love that. That's the acronym that they do at Advent Health too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
new
they have
start.
creation.
Nutrients,
Oh,
exercise.
creation. Okay, I'm sorry. That's right.
Temperance.
Which
no.
is the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Nutrients, exercise, water.
Yes.
Air.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Temperance.
Yep.
Air.
Yep.
Rest. Trust in God.
Yes.
All right.
Easy.
Very nice.
Easy.
We'll put that in there too.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
put that in the chat or in the,
Down
on the
below.
website. Yeah, below.
Down below.
Gotta get used to all that. Okay.
Man, that's really good though, Anita. So see, we've come a long way in just trying to
Yeah.
work through so much that you have to do, and you're thinking about mental wellness,
Right.
mental wellness, I
Wellness,
should
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But it's a daily struggle. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Every day is different.
Definitely a daily.
Yes.
Right.
So surrounding yourself with family and friends helps.
Positivity.
Yes.
I know Elise and Nia during COVID. I mean, I was happy, but since being online, I've become very, very lonely, and I kind of like shut people away. You know, Elise and Nia could testify
Yeah.
on that. During spring break, I didn't hang out with nobody.
This girl
I was just
decided
in my
to do
room
schoolwork
studying.
instead.
Well, see, we noticed
And I
that
was
she's
like,
always
girlfriend,
locked in
you
her
need to
room.
go out.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
her dad
It's
and
not
I,
a crime to
we
go
require
out.
the family to
Even
walk.
I know that.
So we
I
walk
don't
good.
go out.
Yeah. So
You
we started
know,
off.
and that's so important too as parents. We have to pay attention when our kids are going through wellness issues, because they're young, and it's kind of like, oh, they're young, they'll get over it. But sometimes it does require you to do some intervention.
Right.
Get up, let's go walk, and
Right.
and you don't want to, but later on
Once
you
you do
realize, I'm glad my parents did
Yes.
that.
I know
I'm
for
glad
me-
that, they were able to do that.
Right. I know for me during COVID, when I was going through my little issues with depression and everything, my dad, he actually wrote out a schedule for me. He was like, because I was just sleeping all day, not eating, not doing anything. It was really bad. And so we finally had my breakthrough and talked through it and everything. And he made me a little schedule, and it was really cute. And he put it on my bathroom mirror. So every morning I was supposed to wake up, I would go on a walk, then I would do my schoolwork, and then have some me time. But yeah, so parents are a big part
I
of
feel
it too.
like mental illness can also, it requires a parent to be present in the kid's life. You always wonder, kids take their lives because the parents never at
They
home.
feel alone.
They
That's
feel
true.
alone, and the kids, I feel are not, like I said, they don't know how to control their emotions. They're not gonna just blurt out and say it. They want their parents to pay attention to little kids.
Because action
I
speaks
think
louder
she's
than
off.
words.
Let me go in here and talk to her, but the parents never do, and then you wonder whether their kid is off or does drugs or is
Yeah.
Distant or
yeah,
something.
it's just
Yeah.
mental health. Also, I feel it's important the parent pays attention to their kids' actions and stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely the people you surround yourself with,
Yeah.
and the people who are around you.
Yeah.
Because if you're not happy with them, if you're surrounded with fake friends,
Or
Or
just
negative.
Negative.
people.
Yeah, it's negative people.
I can't stand people are just always so pessimistic about everything. Do you ever smile? Come on now.
Exactly what we talked about on one of our other episodes.
Yeah.
Being
Gotta be
positive.
positive.
Yeah.
No,
It all
don't
goes
do that.
together.
It all
goes together.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap up, Nia, can you just share with us, because I know you have a lot on your plate. I know we all, actually, it was really funny because this week we've all been sort of busy doing various
Right.
things.
Yeah.
But I know as a student athlete and just having a lot of stuff going on, you're going to want to start working. And I know you probably interact with other kids the same. What are some things that you do when you recognize that you're maybe overwhelmed, or how are you maneuvering through as a young teenager?
Okay, well, to answer your first question, how do I maneuver, or how do I? Well, when I figure out where I'm being stressed, I take a breath. And what I usually do, I'm like I clean. So, like, I clean my side of the room, I'll clean my bathroom, and then I probably take a nice shower, wash my hair, and then I have, like, these little, like, little pills that I take. They're made of St. John worts. They're organic, like, they're made of, like, herbs, and I take those, and they actually make me calm down more, and I do my aromatherapy. So, I just sit in a little corner, and that kind of just... Because it can be very overwhelming. Like, that's why I kind of went on to online school the last quarter, because waking up at 6 in the morning and then being at school for 8 hours and then going to run track and then going after track to go to work out again or coming home to do a podcast or just a lot of homework, it can be very overwhelming, but I've been able to balance it out because I have been an athlete for like a while now, and there was a time where I was doing training for like 3 or 4 hours when I was a gymnast, so it was even more. Right. But I've been able to find a schedule, and the schedule really helps. This summer is going to be very interesting because I really want a job because I have stuff to look forward to. I want to just be able to say I have a job, know what it's like.
Have some money in your pocket.
Have money in my pocket. Like, it's good to, like, people also just ask your parents, like, no, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
Money. If I'm
they're only going to give me $20. I'm trying to spend more than that.
I'm going to get it. And, like, now that, like, I know my schedule this summer, I'm definitely going to be working, like, I'm working my butt off. So, I think
so you're going to try to figure out, you're adding a new layer, so you got to figure out that.
But I'm going to get through it because it's not too much for me to handle because it's going to be a summer job, and I just think...
And I think also the fact that you're looking forward to it. It's not something you're like, oh, I don't want to do this.
I look forward... People think I'm crazy, but, like, I look forward to going to practice. I look forward to working out. So I feel like if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to want to go.
Of course you're going to be miserable.
And that's key. And I think that goes back to our viewer that talked about what if it's the job. If you are not happy,
enjoy it,
and you're not enjoying whatever it is you do,
life will be depressed.
It's going to be a struggle. The mental balance is gonna be a struggle. So that's another thing you got to go into your mind of, let me come to my realizing I don't do this.
There was a point in my season, you may remember, I was just like really down. Like every meet, I was like decreasing. I wasn't doing good, and I was talking to my sister. She's like, "It's okay, Nia. The season's still new. Like, you have a lot of time to grow." And I was down. Like, I didn't want to go to practice. I didn't want to work out. I still went, but like I didn't feel like I wanted to go at all. And like she told me just to stay positive. Do not stay in that dark area. And I did it. And as the time went on, I had more fun. I liked it, and I got better. So
very good.
Just like my motivation right now is really high to get this job. I'm really like enjoying practice. Practice is very hard. Like, let me tell you, practice is hard. Like, this AU practice is no joke. My dad can testify. On Tuesday, I thought I was gonna die, but it's hard. But I enjoy it because I know I'm gonna get something good in the outcome. And with the job too, like I'm really looking forward to get a job this summer, even if it's not the lifeguard position, but
something.
I think it's back to mom, what you were saying, how being a mom, it's important to have like that support system. And there's people you can call up. There's people who will come take your kids away from you. How I helped you get through your little sadness or whatever you're going through. I think it's important to have those people around you. But I have a question for the moms, since today's about mothers and mental illness and mental awareness. What are some things that you guys notice about yourself that kind of
recognize
like alarm you that, oh no, like I'm not doing the best I can, and then how do you get through it? Like, what helps you?
So that's a really good question. That is a great question. Very good question. For me, it's two things. It's my attitude. When I start snapping, because I'm naturally a happy people person. But when I start snapping,
for like I start,
What's up,
Mom?
What you got to say over there, Mr. Overby?
I'd be like, Mommy, what's going on?
It's sharp. It is very contrast to where I normally am in my space. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is I let myself go. I'm honest about it. I let myself go. So hair, looking crazy. Not really wanting to put on something nice or feeling good. Clothes and shoes make me feel, y'all know my clothes. I love me some clothes, but I will go, when I'm walking around and just kind of slouching and just not really trying to, I'll go to the store and, they'll be like, really? You going there and look like that?
She'll be like, yes.
I noticed that. And the first thing I'll do is
go get your hair done.
My good friend and pastor's wife's sister Kathleen, She told me a long time ago, she said, go get your hair done, go get your nails done.
Yeah.
You need to do that for
Gotta fix
yourself.
it
And then my
every
girlfriend Tisha used to tell me, she said, your husband didn't marry you looking like that. Get it together. So see, those sisters that come together and say, get it right. So I catch myself, I get it right, I go make a hair appointment, I go make a nail appointment, something to make me feel a little bit more like me. And every time I'm like, okay, I'm
like, oh,
I'm popping, let's get back together. Yeah. So that's what I do. Of course, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I love it.
I, on the other hand, I'm the same. You know, when I'm feeling stressful, I just know I'm overwhelmed, and so I blow up as well. And so I try to, when I'm realizing I'm snapping at everyone, I know that I need sleep. And so a lot of times that is the main contributor is sleep. Yeah, lack of sleep. And then also, just like you said, self-care. I've neglected myself in so many ways, you know, just throughout the years. But I've realized now I need this little self-care. So I started doing things like shopping, like you were saying. You know, just
getting your hair done.
Something.
getting your hair done. You feel good.
Something.
Right, right. And so you feel so much better.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's a really good question. And,
it is.
you know, it goes over, you know, sometimes it's that. Sometimes I'll clean. And I clean because what I'm doing when I'm cleaning, honestly, I'm thanking God in everything that I'm, because it could be so much worse. I know you've heard everybody says that. But when I'm going through this house and I'm wiping down my table, thank you God I have a table.
Yes.
I go in my kids' rooms and I'm like, thank you God they're alive, they're healthy, they're here. You know, so there's ways that you know, God will bring it all back together and say, you know, we could be going down a different path.
That's right. Yeah.
And to my viewers who are dealing with mental illness, it's important to go seek professional help. And I think therapy is also a good way to help deal with that mental illness.
Absolutely.
Because some people don't
needs therapy. I don't care what people say and like the stereotypes, how you shouldn't tell people your business. I think therapy helps.
Sometimes a third person, like,
that doesn't live in your house, like you don't know, but they know they're talking about it.
Like unbiased.
It definitely helps.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. Wow. What an awesome show today. A lot of good conversation.
Loved it.
It was nice.
It was.
All right. Let's wrap us up.
Okay. So y'all go on and make sure that you take care of your mental health.
M&Ms.
Yes.
Not
M&Ms.
the chocolate kind, but be mindful of that. Yes.
So
Kids out there, don't stress your moms out. Okay? They do so much for us.
Moms and dads. I feel like no one ever acknowledges the dads.
Father's Day is coming, okay?
Father's Day is coming.
They gonna get their time.
I'm a daddy's girl, so I'm a fix acknowledgement to him.
Oh, brother.
And don't appreciate them just on Mother's Day and Father's Day. Make sure from time to time you check up on them and love them.
That's right.
Absolutely. All right, ladies, let's take them out. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
We thank you so much for joining with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you, viewers, for talking to us today.
Yes, we truly love your guys' comments.
So
they're calling more. You guys are funny. We like to hear from you guys' perspective.
Yeah, loving that. So definitely, thank you. Please sure to like and share if you so choose, and we will see you guys next week.
Always remember to
think big,
pray big,
do big.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.